love my dick, they're cockroaches. Jewish girls eat my meat, it's not kosher. Relax, black chick, I think that I have offended thee. Got nothing against the sisters, I just don't think they're into me. I am not a thug, aka what they pretend to be. I am just myself, aka my worst enemy.
What's going on YouTube? 25 Prestige here, back again with another commentary. And I really wish that I could call this gameplay my own, however it's not. Because this is a very special gameplay that only skilled gamers can achieve. For 3, we got the MOAB, the MOAB, mother of all bombs, mass ordnance air bomb, etc. etc. Anyways, this is a pretty good gameplay, kind of manipulating the spawns, but you know, nothing I can do. Honestly, if I tried to go for a MOAB, I'd break the game. I honestly have no interest in trying to go for MOAB, so you know, hat off to you. And this is one of my subscribers, you guys. His name is Geo2601. And congrats to this guy, congrats to you, Geo, because this is such a good gameplay. And better than anything I could ever get in my whole entire life, so props to you, hat off. You know, sometimes you just gotta tip your cap, you know, you can't be the best gamer in the world. I mean, I don't know, just kidding. I don't even know where I was going with that kind of joke, I guess you could call it. But anyways, I'm so hungry. I'm at that point where it's like, I'm so goddamn hungry. My stomach is eating away at itself. I just want like some pumpkin pie or something. Anyways, before I get into what I want to talk about, I think I have like a weird eating thing. Like when it comes to me, I don't eat enough. Like I'm not super skinny. I'm not a skinny person. I'd say I'm healthy, but anyways, I feel like I only eat when I absolutely have to. Like if I have a ton of homework or if I want to game a lot, I just don't eat. Like I'll just be like, oh, I don't really want to eat. I'd rather do this stuff. I'd rather do my homework. I'd rather play video games. I'd rather do X, whatever that thing is that I'd rather do. I put things above eating, which I think is normal, but most people, they get to a point where it's like, okay, I have to eat. But with me, it's like, you know, I could probably go 4 or 5 more hours without eating. I don't know, it seems like I should be better at eating because I'm a man, you know, big strong man, you know, Campbell's chunky man. But anyways, that's kind of a side note to what I want to talk about today. I uploaded a commentary yesterday and it just got eaten up by you guys. You guys loved it. There was like 28 comments within the first 5 hours and I uploaded it late at night, so that really said something. And it was about this older guy that first of all, I wasn't expecting that commentary to be very good. It was just kind of something that I'd throw out there, kind of be like, oh, I wonder if they like this or not. I don't know, I just might as well upload it. But anyways, if you haven't watched it, I recommend you watch it because this won't make that much sense if you don't, you know the backstory to this commentary. So anyways, on the way back, I'll give you a short little debriefing. On the way back, on the way to, I should say, Asheville, North Carolina. I had a connecting flight from Charlotte, North Carolina to Asheville, and it's probably a 20-minute flight. I sat next to this guy who was probably 80, 85, you know, mid-80s to 90s. He was an older gentleman. Let's put it that way. And he was an alcoholic, a cocaine addict, and a heroin addict, and he told me basically his whole entire life story over the course of 20 minutes because he needed a fix of alcohol that he just could not go 20 minutes without occupying his brain. And the whole time he was like, yeah, I'm just saying this to keep me occupied, you know. And I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. But it was one of those things where it's just like, please stop talking to me. I just want to listen to my iPod. But anyways, I proceeded to talk to this guy for 20 minutes because every time I stopped making eye contact with him, he'd be like, hey, you listen to me? Like, yeah, I'm listening. Just, I don't want to look into your eye for 20 straight minutes. But anyways, I want to talk about Gary's sex life. Now, I guess this is kind of showing you guys how much he told me about his life. The fact that it kind of... Actually, I don't want to talk about his sex life because I feel like I have something better to talk about. And that's when he was in the MOAB. He was a gangster. I don't know if he was in the MOAB, air quotes, but he was in a gang in New York City. And he told me the story about how he was a window wiper. And basically what he would do, he's like climb up on those window things and he'd wash all these windows. And his boss was a real a-hole, you know, real a-hole, real douchebag. You know, he gave a lot of detail about that and he used a lot of slurs and racial terminology that I don't really want to repeat, and in fact everyone on the plane also heard it, so it was kind of like is that old guy really talking about niggers and stuff like that? And I'm not a racist person, so don't take that slur that I just used. Literally, it was more just to show that he was using the N-word, say it like a white kid. Anyways, he's a window wiper, window washer, whistle while we work. Wiper, washer, I don't know what the hell he was, but he washed windows as his job, and he got paid very, very little money, and his boss was a douche, real a-hole who like made him work all these ridiculous hours and like forgot to pay him on purpose, and he'd be like, okay, you need to pay me, and he'd be like, ah, okay, I'll pay you tomorrow, but then he just never would. So it got to the point where he was washing these windows, and he was up, you know, I don't know how many stories, like 300 stories. He said it was a ridiculously tall building. Oh my god, that spawn is horrible. But anyways, he was like, so I'm washing these windows, right? Now I'm 300 feet off the ground, and I look in the window, and I see my boss smoking a cigar. And you know, it just really rubbed me the wrong way, seeing that fat cat douchebag with his heels up on the desk smoking a cigar. So I tap on the glass, you know, a friendly kind of a satirical hello, and he just looks at me and he just says, fuck you, and he gives him the finger. And he was so pissed off that he punched in the window while 300 feet in the air, got in there and punched his boss so many times that he had a concussion. Or I don't know, he was bleeding from his head, whatever that is, contusion. And I really highly doubt that story was real. You know, maybe that was the weed or the heroin or the cocaine talking whenever he thought of that great story. But anyways, he did tell it to me. I thought it was pretty cool. If it did actually happen, then you know that's really, really awesome. But I don't really believe him. I guess I can talk a little bit about his sex life. I have about a minute and a half left. But anyways, he would talk about how he would go to the movies with the girl of his choice every single night. Not every single night, every single weekend. And they just go to the drive-in and just make out in the car the whole time. And he was like, you know what, I really don't want to impregnate you. So he was like, yeah, I'd go home blue-balled every night, blue-balled. And, you know, I'd jack off afterwards, but I never had sex with these girls. We just made out, you know, touching and feeling and stuff like that. It's kind of actually super, super weird. I mean, this whole conversation was weird. Of course it's weird. An old man telling you about his childhood, you know, his sex life and stuff like that. But anyways, really quick story before I have like about a minute left. He was dating this girl and they broke up because the girl went for his best friend. So anyways, he found this other girl, kind of a rebound girl, and was like, hey, do you want to go out with me? And she was like, no, I don't, because I just don't like you. I'm not attracted to you and I don't like you. So anyways, 40 years later in his life, he finds this girl, again, the one that rejected him, at a party. And she just went through a real bad divorce. And she was like, okay, Gary, do you want to finally get back together? And he was like, no, fuck you. You rejected me when I needed you. Why would I go with you when you needed me? So, anyways, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed these Gary stories. It's so goddamn weird that he told me all this stuff on the plane. It's like, buddy, leave me the fuck alone. Like, honestly. I mean, I really do appreciate his storytelling because obviously it's pretty cool. But anyways, you guys, 24-Hour Prestige signing off. Calling that MOAB, motherfucker. Maybe one day I'll get a MOAB, but not anytime soon. So anyways, you guys, you got the video on the left, which is the previous video, the one where I talk about Gary, and then you got a random video. Random. Click on it. See you guys later. 24-Hour Prestige signing off. If you could leave a rating on the video, it'd be much appreciated. See you guys tomorrow.